Yeah, guys, this is basically my bug out bag. If worst case scenario happens and I can only take something, just grab real quick, this will be what I grab if I am not able to bug out in my van anymore. This will be like the bare minimum that I will take with me. Thanks so much for watching Dia's Frugal Life. I'm Dia. I hope you enjoy the video. I want to make sure that I can cook something, and these are the 4 items that I like to carry in my bug out bag: the knife, the stainless steel little pot, and my rocket stove, along with the ferro rod and striker. All right, y'all, so my tiny rocket stove is from Silverfire Scout. I think they might still have these. I've had this for many years. But let me take this out of this bag and show you. So if it's perfectly in this MSR Seagull, and like, I keep a little Altoid box full of, I had more in here, but now I just keep cotton balls drenched in Vaseline, and I've started playing with one. But anyhow, I keep that in there, and then I have a backup, a ferro rod thing right there, a striker. So I keep that as a backup just because it fits nicely in there, but I prefer this one. This one's a Light My Fire. And if I'm not mistaken, I've had this one for quite some time. It's the Bear Grylls, I believe. But yeah, anyhow, this is like old stuff. I haven't really played with my rocket stove in a very long time. So anyhow, yeah, this is like 3 or 4 pieces. And let me take it apart and show you. So this is the base, the bottom. And then this is the top. And it just goes like that. But this part here is where all your wood and your ashes and all that will be going. And this is it's not the oldest model, because I think they had the little legs that would actually move and would tuck in. This one's just like set in there. So it'll just go like that. And I mean, this is strong enough to hold a cast iron frying pan. But I think this is the perfect combo, because it'll be basically just to heat water or heat up soup. Or, I mean, you can fry anything in there as long as you have oil or whatever. But I'd just be mostly using it to heat up water for drinking water, plus coffee, tea, oatmeal, soups, reheating food. I won't go too crazy with this. But yeah, I've had this rocket stove for many years. And then this kind of just pushes down. And this just goes right on top. And then I've had this forever. Quite a few years. And then I just put it in here. Let me do that, and then I'll shove it in here. But like, I would put it in its little baggie, and then you could see how much room you actually have. You've got quite a bit of room, like, still to put a little bit of other fire starting type of stuff or anything important that you might want. I don't know, you might even, I haven't actually tried it, but cool, yeah. You can put another fire starting equipment around it too. But I just keep these two kind of attached together. And yeah, and it just closes real easy. It's not waterproof, obviously, but I mean, it stays on there really nicely, compact, and it goes it goes well together. Just basically like that. You just flip it around and put your fire starting stuff in there. The only issue is when you're having to put more material in here, whether it's sticks or just any kind of dry material that'll burn, you'll have to put it in through here, drop it in through here. Versus some of the bigger rocket stoves, they have a hole on the bottom where you can feed it through. But yeah, you just gotta put it through there. That's the only thing that I don't really like too much about it. But I mean, shoot, it's compact, it's lightweight. It lasts you for forever, really. And I've had this, like I said, for many years. I've also had this, well, one like it. I believe I gave Cora my older one. This is a newer one. I haven't actually used this one. But yeah, the one that I gave Cora is the one that I would use to practice my little rocket stove with. But this one's a newer one that I got. So anyhow, this is basically my cooking. I would just have like a little Rubbermaid container with a long spoon or something like that to kind of add to it and be able to mix it and all that. So yeah, guys, there's plenty of room here still to pile on some more. You can even put some food, actually. Some oatmeal, in my case, coffee, creamer, oatmeal, some kind of thing shoved in there. And then just, if anything, this will be my bare minimum with water, which I would take. I need to fill these back up, but I would take at least 2 of these and this in a backpack, which this is the perfect backpack that I've been using. So I would put it on each side. It has the cup holder. And then I shove this in there along with a few other things that I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so in this little baggie, it didn't come with it, but this is where I store the water filter. It's a Sawyer Mini, I believe it's called. And you get those for about 20 bucks at Walmart. And it filters quite a bit of gallons of water. And like I always mention, if it's perfectly here, the top part, let me show you. This is what the kit comes with. Basically your filter here. So it's the Sawyer filter. It has a straw, it has a syringe, I guess, to like backwash and clean out the filter. And then I just put this headband, an older headband, just to kind of keep it closed together. But it has this little, I can't remember what they're called, a little pouch. Anyway, and it has like instructions here for you, just in case. But you fill up the water, you can screw it here and squish it out and filter water, put it in your clean container, and then you have drinking water. But what I like to do is use these because this part here works perfectly right there. So basically you collect your dirty water, which I got to clean this bottle out. We got harsh water over here. But yeah, I got to clean it out real good. And yeah, you just scoop your yucky water or just some funky water that you don't think is that safe to drink. Attach this and just like squeeze it and put in your fresh drinking water container. But it's that easy, guys, if it's perfectly on there, you know. And it's pretty dummy proof. It's good for me because, yeah, in a shit hit the fan scenario, I need it to be as simple as possible, and it doesn't get any simpler than this. Just squeeze it. All right, so that is another thing that I keep in my van life bug out bag. And then I'll just store it in here. My pot, rocket stove, an extra reusable grocery slash trash bag. I've got my knife and bandana there. The water filter will just sit right on top of there. And that's my middle zipper there. In the big zipper, I'm gonna add this Ziploc bag, which has some extra socks, underwear, sports bra. I even put winter hat and gloves. So that's what is going in the big zipper there. Put that at the bottom. And then on top of the extra undergarments there, I'm going to put this Ziploc bag, which has basically hygiene. So I've got chapstick, toothbrush, toothpaste, floss, hand sanitizer, tissue, nail clippers, even extra medicine, deodorant, just a bunch of hygiene stuff here that I want to be able to access at least for a few days, if not a week or two. And that I put on top of my extra undergarment Ziploc. And also I have a Ziploc that has baby wipes, a roll of TP, and then another extra, these are for the dogs to pick up their poo, but they're tiny enough and perfect enough for little trash bags. Plus I have another reusable grocery sack there. And then, actually, let me put this in here first. And then I'll put this one on top. And then I will close that off. That is what's going in my big zipper. I still have room in here, which what I'm going to add, I'll show you here in a bit. But it's basically a Ziploc full of food. Coffee, oatmeal, and just different kind of foods that'll keep me going for at least a few days, if not more. So I'll show you that in a bit. This zipper, I have just a little bit left of headache medicine because I probably, if I have to like really bug out and take this bag, I may or may not have access to caffeine as I'm used to. So at least this will kind of compensate with that. Extra napkins there. That's all I have here. This little zipper, I've got Uno and I've got a deck of cards because you might have a lot of downtime, and if I have time, I can at least entertain myself that way. I don't know if I'll be able to recharge, or if I have to save my battery for my phone for actual emergency situations. At least I can entertain myself with some games. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you what I will be putting here. All right, you guys. So the only thing left to show you is what I would put right here, which is my food container Ziploc bag. And I needed to add what I would consider the easiest thing to make would be oats, besides something that's already pre-made. So I've got a bunch of these peanut butters that I can just eat, some little cereal bars, jellies, dried raisins, some candy just to keep the morale going, right? But I've got a bunch of peanut butter, and I decided to get oats versus rice, pasta, anything heftier, because if anything, all I need to do is add water and just let it kind of sit there for a while, and it'll just absorb it, kind of like a overnight oats. And I don't even need to heat up water, but I prefer to cook it, of course. So I decided to add oats. These are quick oats, and there are 10 servings here, so definitely can be a couple days worth of food. Then I'll add peanut butter. If I want something sweet, I can always add like a little bit of jam, jelly to the oats, peanut butter, but it'll just be with basically just with water. And if I'm able to cook the oats, even better. If not, then I'll just the oats just absorb the water. And I'm gonna put that in here. All right, I just put the little bag of oats in there. The only thing that I need is some instant coffee because yeah, I do not want to be without coffee if I don't have to. So there's still plenty of room here for, quite a few little packets of instant coffee. It's gonna be a hefty bag, but well worth it. It'll be a little heavy, but it has all the basic emergency things that I need. And yeah, the only thing I'm gonna need to buy some instant coffee little packs and then put it in there, and then I will be good to go, guys. So yeah, you guys, this right here is my very last of the last resort, is to grab this backpack and be on foot. If for whatever reason something catastrophic happens and I cannot move all my things into like a U-Haul van or get a rental car, and it's just like total shit hit the fan scenario, this is what I'm taking with me. And until it'll give me a few days anyway until I can figure out what to do next. So I just want to encourage people, even if you have less than this, just have extra socks, have extra underwear, things like that, have water, a way to filter water, and your very, very, very basic necessities ready to go, because you just never know. I mean, I hope it never comes to that and I can be in my van, bug out in my van. That would be perfect. You have some cash. You're hopefully able to use a credit card. If not, have extra cash. Gas up your van or your vehicle and hit the road to safety, to your bug out location, to your bug out point, your meeting point, wherever it happened to be. I also thought of having some solar panels in here. Once I just moved my fridge in here, but once I finish setting everything and do the actual van tour for you guys. But I thought of putting my solar panel in here. I'm kind of leery about still putting it up on the roof. I want to be able to be as stealthy as possible. So I would just put it in the middle row seat, my couple panels, cover it with a blanket, pull it out whenever I need to top off my batteries, and then put them back in here. And then I just feel a little bit more safe about that, especially in a shit hit the fan scenario. People are going to be on the lookout to be stealing. But yeah, you guys, this right here is a nice little backpack, and it's going to be my lifesaver besides myself, my health, my feet, my sight, hands, all that, because I will have to go walk somewhere and find what I need. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, any comments, anything that you would like to share about your must-haves, you could put it down below, and teach us what you have done, what you plan on doing, any tips for us. All right, thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.